Hi, everybody. Hope everybody's having a great Saturday. Is it Saturday? Saturday. Chico says, hey, man, make sure y'all smash that like button. Don't be a hater. Thank you for being a member for freaking 12. That's a year. You've been a member for a year. My goodness, Chico. Thank you for being a member. Thank you. Shout out to everybody. I'm just going to let these notifications go out so we can get started. I bit the side of my cheek and it really hurts. I was chewing on some gum. So I'm kind of in a little pain and this isn't helping either. Shout out to everybody. Let me go ahead and get this intro going and we will get started. Make sure you get your little drinks so we can get going. Let's go. All right, here we go. Shout out to everybody. Short little intro. Let me see who I have in the house. I have Pika Chico Evil, who says, I will be catching the replay. Shout out to the replay crew. Wim says hello. Dickie says hello too. Shout out to Dickie. I hope Dickie's doing well. I see that he's getting a lot bigger. So it's not little Dickie. He's getting pretty big. Big Dickie. Pika, thank you for being here. Nebulous, thank you for being here. Yes. Leah, thank you for being here. Everybody, SW, thank you for being here. Is it Senrisa? Am I saying that correctly? Let me know. Please and thank you. Let me know. Hold up. And let me just check something right quick in my studio because I'm missing something here. Give me 1 sec, y'all. Let me know if I said it correctly though in the chat. Shout out to everybody that's coming through. We'll give people some time to get in here. Shout out to everybody. Okay, hold up, yo. I gotta check on something real quick. Okay. Is that how you say it? Nebulous? Let me know if I said it correctly, your name. Nebulous, thank you for being here. Tinkle Tits says, I'm eating dinner and going to have to watch the replay. Yes, thank you. Glitter Forever. Thank you for being here. Yeah, Esther says, did I miss again? No, you didn't. I kept pushing back the time, so you did not miss at all. Shout out to you guys. Oh my gosh, let's see who else. Ginger, oh snap, thank you for being here. Shout out to you, Bo, thank you. Yes, you do. Go get your drink right now. Hurry up. Go. Go, SW. Go. Bo, it's just a chill Saturday. That's all. Blonde Bomb, thank you for being here. Is it Rhiannon? Thank you. Ooh, it's gonna be spicy. You already know, girl. Brenda, thank you for being here. How are you? Rain, thank you for being here. Shout out to you. My mind went to AOL 2006. I love that name. That is cute. That is a very cute name. Thank you for being here. Yes. Nikita, thank you for being here. Sweet Jules, thank you. Cheeks, thank you. You made it, JP. All right, everybody's getting through. Shout out to everybody. Oh my God, did SW just gift memberships? Thank you, SW, for gifting. If you guys got a membership from SW, please drop a heart for SW. Hey, Bunny, how you doing? Shout out to you. Taurus here. Thank you for being here. Darby, thank you for being here. The only Angie, thank you. Samantha, thank you. Stacy, Lord, I just have to greet everyone. It's been a minute. Like, I think the last time I went live was Wednesday. Was it Wednesday? Yeah, that's when I went live. Okay, Kitty Coo, thank you for being here. Ava, thank you for being here. Just a tea, please. Thank you. Bridget, thank you for being here. Summer Butterfly, thank you. I'm a minute behind your remark, Rabbit. Catch up, Wim. Catch up. JB, thank you. SW again, thank you. You, I hope you're doing well. It's been a minute. Hey, Mystery. All right. Carmen, how you doing? Shout, you guys know I like to greet everybody. Priya, how you been? It's been a member. How does one get a gift membership? You actually have to accept it on YouTube on the chat. Just accept the membership and then if you're lucky you get gifted. Nobody, I wish that there was a possibility for me to pick exactly or the person that buys the memberships to pick who gets a member, but it's really at random. You just have to accept the membership gifting option on the chat. Cynthia, thank you for being here. Yes, everybody. Who else? Is it Cheryl Ray? Thank you for being here. You made it to the live. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. I think I caught up with everybody. I think I said hello. Hey, Infamous. Welcome. Yes, Spirit Queen. I said hello to all the beautiful, wonderful members. Thank you. Wim just gifted 10 more memberships. Y'all are, I haven't even like started yet. Wim, thank you so much. If you got a gift from Wim, please drop a heart in the chat. Shout out to all the people from Facebook. Belinda, how you doing, love? Hello, hello. Yes, beautiful messy ball. Thank you. She says you turn on accept gifts and then YouTube randomly assigns the gifts. They do. So make sure that like you want to get gifted, that's how you do it. Turn it on. Turn it on. You might get gifted. You saw me? Oh, shout out to Aaron and Reese. I just love the rawness of their conversation. So yeah, I was over there and I was feeling it, feeling it. Hey, Spirit Queen, thank you for being here. All right, let's get going. Listen, to give you guys a little heads up, I started a little playlist. I should have put it in the description box, but I didn't. um, called Cults and Crimes. And, there's a huge intersection between crimes and cults, right? Like victims and, stories and stuff like that, and exposing some of these cults, right? So I started a little playlist, and because I realized I'm like, I really do touch on not just on Scientology, but like, we've been talking about Ruby Frankie, we've been talking about Jodi Hildebrandt, we've been talking about all kinds of people related to cult and cult followings. And so it would only make sense to add an additional playlist on our playlist where everybody can find some of the, kind of cult variations of stories and stuff. So I'm excited for that. That's been added, and this will definitely go on that playlist, which is totally excited about that. So I wanted to give you guys a heads up about that. The other thing I wanted to kind of start, maybe we should just start with, it's been a lot. Let me start with the belly white underbelly, soft white underbelly. So the white, I just gave that whole channel a whole damn different name. Let's talk about soft white underbelly, okay? Thank you, Taurus. Shout out to you. So listen, it's been a lot since we talked a little bit about what happened with soft white underbelly and their, uploading child prawn and it just being acceptable. I want to shout everybody out here in the chat that said, nah, man, this is not cool. Okay. We don't stand on that at all. Like we're going to call it out. And because it's been amazing to see people actually stand and say, like, we're just not going to do this. We're not going to do this. So I wanted to show you guys what I'm talking about for those that did not follow that specific video. Okay. There was a video that I uploaded. I did a live on it. Okay. And it is called Consent. About maybe a couple weeks ago, 2 weeks ago, there was a 13-year-old girl, then 13, who went on a YouTube channel by the name of Soft White Underbelly, right? And a lot of us, myself, BJ Investigates, That Surprise Witness, shout out to all the beautiful That Surprise Witness Army, everybody, we would watch this and we were pretty damn upset about it. Because what Mark Laita did on his channel is uploaded a girl who's 13 who self-disclosed that she was prostituting and that she was doing all kinds of stuff, right? Mark further sensationalized that interview by just kind of adding to the disgustingness, like, saying to her, well, you really get around and yada yada, just it was just really gross, really gross. And a lot of us came through and it was just kind of like, nah, man, this is not okay. So we talked about it. We brought some awareness to it. Absolutely, Bunny. She was wearing, thank you, Shawak, what is it, Nation Princess. Thank you so much. Shout out to Growing Up in Scientology. Love Aaron's channel, Relatable Reese, all of them. Shout out to them. Love them. I was over there supporting. So she does this interview and she's wearing like what appears to be a very see-through bra. 13-year-old girl, very see-through bra, talking about locations, how she gets around, all this stuff, right? And for a lot of us that have worked with children in the system, we've worked with human trafficking, all kinds of children. It is something that really does. It gets to you in the sense that we could see her being victimized and re-victimized. If Mark Laita wants to interview prostitutes or street, whatever it is, that's not the point. And I don't shame anybody for whatever work that they decide to do. But this is a 13-year-old child who, I mean, truly, we're she's sharing her story about how she gets money, how she gets around, what she has had to do. Um, and people kind of like, it was amazing, the Mark Laita supporters that I had on my chat who said, "Oh, this is just Mark unveiling the things that people don't want to talk about. This is just unveiling the things that people don't want to talk about. People don't want to talk about, like, people don't know that child prostitution, and I hate putting those two words because there should not be child and prostitute in the same even sentence, right? But that was the excuse, and I was getting a lot of pushback, a lot of pushback. And shout out to all of you guys in the chat that stood up and said, hell no, 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 Mark Laita, no soft white underbelly, no. Shout out to everybody in the chat who said no, 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 mom, to Tania, whatever the hell, whichever name she goes by. They said no. That's not okay that you come up with some bullshit ass excuse to say it's okay for my child to have done the interview and I consented and I didn't consent it. Absolutely, Angela. I love it you said that. Advertising for creeps. So then what Mark does, he gets a lot of pushback. He gets a lot of people reporting the video. So the mother effer decides to re-upload it again, blurs her chest out, right? And then, does what he does is it was just like a big F you to everybody. Like, who cares what you say? But the thing that really got to everybody, and there was other people that were reporting, because he decided to upload it again with fully the way she was before, and then people had to pay money for it. Yeah. Mom came back and said, "Well, Mark, he did it and it was on purpose and defamation of character and whatever, whatever." It was just it was bullshit. Like nobody see no, it was just bullshit, right? And it just made you wonder, well, go figure why this is why you don't have custody of your child, because you're not making sound decisions for your child. I mean, a lot of the concerned citizens on the internet were reporting the video out of concern. I'm not concerned about defamation of anybody's character at this point. I'm concerned about the safety of your child and the fact that she dropped locations, Figueroa Street, Skid Row, certain locations and where to find her, that it didn't really click in her head, I guess. Right. It was cringe. You had a 65, I think a 65 or 63-year-old man interviewing a semi-nude 13-year-old girl. Like, I feel like today's topic is about the center of it, at least that we're going to be talking about, is truly about how vulnerable children are. So we're talking about this right now as it pertains to Nova, the 13-year-old girl, and there's the mama. And you guys, people have watched this video, analyzed it. I've watched it, analyzed it, and sat there and I said, Lord have mercy, what the hell? It was just off. It was all off, right? And then we're going to continue to talk about Jodi, right? And Jodi Hildebrandt and Ruby Frankie, and even that situation, again, pertaining to kids. And then we're going to talk about Scientology doing their winter wonderland, trying to appease to children. And they've been doing it for so many years. Yo, children are truly the target, right? Like the generations to come are the target. This is why I felt like this is such a perfect topic, crimes and cults. Because in my opinion, right, Mark Laita uploading that video is definitely was definitely criminal. Criminal. Hmm. Definitely. What do you guys think? And let me play a little bit of mom's, thing. And we watched it, we talked about it, y'all saw my reactions in Raw. But what do you guys think about mom? A lot of people were like, Rabbit, we're being too hard on mom, and I granted a lot of this might be generational. Mom is very much likely a victim of what has happened. Definitely. I don't take that away from her. But if this is generational, and I'm gonna speak for myself real quick. If this is generational, if in my generation I've had people incarcerated, when does somebody break the chain? When does somebody say, that's not going to happen to me, right? My mother was a teen mom. I said that wasn't going to happen to me. But when does somebody get up? When does somebody say, no? I got in trouble with the law when I was a kid, lots of times. And then it took like a reality check for me to be like, damn, like, I think it was me getting handcuffed and me having to spend time in detention centers when I was a kid that I realized, is this really it? Like, is this all for me? And that is when I was like, there's got to be more to this. There's got to be more to this. Like, how do you break generational things? If this is generational, because mom, this is her work, right? How do you break generations? How? Do you just step up and say, fuck no, I'm done with this? And I'm cussing, but it's the truth. It kind of led me to that, right? We gonna call it out. Thank you, infamous. We gonna call it out and hashtag the people have questions, right?
At the time, and she is a
Mm,
chronic runaway. So while being ran away, she started to see my videos circulate, and she decided that she wanted to get a video done herself. So she then
mm,
got into
mm,
the arms
mm.
of Mark, and that is crazy because
When she says, and she ran into the arms of Mark, that was like my head was like, what the heck is go? What do you mean she ran to the arms of Mark? What do you mean? Absolutely, miss. Thank you. Generational does not make it right or acceptable. We don't know, Bunny. You're so right. We don't know her story. Absolutely. No, and Martha, this doesn't give the watch hours to Mark Laita. This isn't connected to Mark Laita. This is just exposing what is going on. There's nothing uploaded with Mark, for sure. Children have to stop being victims of adult indifferences. Ooh, ooh. The sole purpose of his platform is to profit off of these people's misfortune for 30 to 40 bucks he's gross. And it was so crazy because somebody came in my comments and said they gave her more than 30 or $40. Okay. That makes it okay, right? I feel so much better, right? I feel so much better. Because if mama is incapable of having concern for her kiddo, guess what? There's a lot of adults out here that are concerned. That's you guys. That's me. That's you guys. That's everybody here, right? So shout out to you guys for doing that. And this is not the first time that Mark Laita has interviewed children on his platform. So, and I was thinking, I was like, well, what makes this so horrible or shocking? Was it the way she was dressed, or what is it exactly? I think at some point, it's almost like you say something, or you see something, you say something, right? As it should be. Thank you, that surprise. Oh, I don't know. Shout out to that surprise witness. BJ's in the chat. Shout out to you. I meant to say thank you, SW, for free choice. My parents were racist as AF. I made the choice never to judge another person based on almost anything but good or bad person choice. Yes. How do you break generational shit? Um, a family of alcoholics, okay? Or a family of somebody that's using drugs. How do you break it? And I think that those are the things that have to be admired of a person. And so my hope is for Nova, right? Because she wants to be an attorney. She's so much better than this, right? She could probably do much better than her mother ever did for her. Personally, that's how I feel. And I hope that I personally feel like she has led the way to this man grifting and exposing her, having this be out the internet, out there. And that is something that this woman at some point will have to wake up and understand and live with that. Absolutely. Absolutely. Breaking generational patterns is one of the most hardest things to ever do. Absolutely. I would have to say, like, you have to. I don't know, man. And I feel for that little girl. But that's my thoughts on this. I also heard that Tania, this is allegedly because I have not seen any receipts, but I think she was like in one of the Zeus network shows or tried out for one of the Zeus network shows. Like this is, people want to make some level of, you got to do what you got to do. People make money off of that. But I'm sure those Zeus network staff and actors are not even paid they're not paid greatly. I've spoken to a couple of people that have done reality TV, and they've talked about the trauma that comes out of that. Like reality TV is a cesspool, truly. Like I guess it depends on the show, what you're doing, what exactly is going on, how much you're being paid. And I would love, I see BJ's videos, I see her in the chat too, but I would love somebody like to do a really, I remember America's Next Top Model was one of them. Like it'd be great to do a really good breakdown of reality TV and the trauma that comes out of that, because there's a lot of trauma. There's a source that I have, can't say names, but like the 90-day reality TV star, and I love the 90-day fiance shows. I was like in love with them for the longest time, and then come to find out how much of the fraud that comes out of that. I don't know if you guys remember Memphis and Hamza. Like, there's people that are coming out saying that fraud has come out of these shows. They've been set up, and the network, I mean, they make their money and then they just leave people where they're at. And I'm like, I want to get into that a little bit more, but I'm still doing a lot more research on it. And hopefully, we'll have an exclusive interview. Stay tuned. Stay tuned. Let me see what you guys are saying before we move on. Yes, look at Beautiful Messy Ball says the way you break it is by being aware and deciding not to follow because you don't want to be part of it. People who come from addiction usually go one way or another. They follow or they avoid. Absolutely. Absolutely. Let me see what you guys are saying. I started to dig deeper. The baby father is a big time rapper under Snoop Dogg. Is it that, what is it, Crip Mac or something? Is that's just Tania's ex-boyfriend, right? Lamb chops. Let me know. I don't really know too much about the crowd. I just feel sorry for that baby girl. Like she's just. I just hope she knows she deserves better, and even at her young age, I hope she gains as much wisdom as I hate to say it, but to know that people do love her and there's a whole internet that's concerned for her. There's an internet of perverts, don't get me wrong, but there's an internet that's concerned for her. Infamous says, Rabbit, what does a society and as a village, like they say, yeah, it takes a village to raise a child. We have to say something and stand up when we see what's wrong and not, yes, and not idle and watch it happen. Absolutely. I agree. Thank you, ICAT. Esther, we have to expose what he's doing and put the heat on Mark by holding him accountable. And Mark, both the mother and Mark hold a lot of responsibility to this. Mark knows what the hell he's doing. Okay, he knows what makes money. That's I don't give a shit who wants to defend him. Well, the lady lied on Mark. Could very well be the case. I don't care, but you still uploaded a semi-nude child. I don't care. Yeah, she might have lied on Mark. It doesn't matter to me. She doesn't sound very truthful. Regardless of it, um, they're both they're both shitty people. They are. Absolutely, Chico. They're both as responsible. Just a thought. Just a thought. Okay. All right. Let's move on to the next topic. Yo, guys. Okay. Cults and crimes, right? Cults and crimes. Oh, Lord. Let's see. Add to stage. Here we go. So, this lady, Ruby Franke, plans to enter a plea agreement in child abuse case, blames co-defendant Jodi Hildebrandt. For those that don't remember, this was one of the biggest YouTubers. The account is no. This is crazy, right? Because YouTube is so funny. They monetize. There's a lot of monetization of child abuse. Okay, truly there is on YouTube, um, both with Mark Laita and with Ruby. While she was parenting an 8-passenger channel and whatnot, doing all this stuff with the husband, all of this was going on, we were all watching it, right? And they were, raising their kids in their cult-like parenting following. It was just horrible. Thank you, Panko. Thank you, love, for the nine. Can't even say the number. Almost said 9.99. Shout out to you, Panko. Thank you. You are so generous. Thank you. Ruby has decided to turn on Jodi. Thelma and Louise is no more, y'all. Thelma and Louise is no more. It's done. They're not going to be driving off the cliff anymore. Thelma and Louise is done. Right? Crazy, but it's the truth. I mean, what do you guys think? Let me know in the chat.
So, I got a DUI.
Let's see. Waiting for the Marshall. What do you guys think? You are right on time, love. You are right on time. You are not late. I know. Here we go.
Utah YouTuber Ruby Franke plans to enter a plea agreement for the child abuse charges she faces. That's according to her attorney. Thanks for joining us for 2 News at 10 tonight. I'm Heidi Hatch.
And I'm Jim Spiewak. She will be back in court in Washington County on Monday. Amanda Gilbert is joining us live tonight, breaking down what we can expect to happen in just a few days. Amanda.
What do you guys think it made her turn? Which, by the way, we have a statement from the attorney. It's this, I am so sorry. I am this, and I have realized shit, prison is hard. Jail is hard. They're sitting there. You know what I'm saying? You think Bunny's like, it's a smart move. Oh, Lord have mercy. Let me know what your guys' thoughts are in the chat about this.
Yeah, guys, Windward Law, the firm representing Ruby, released a statement tonight where they confirmed there's going to be some type of agreement with prosecutors come Monday. I spoke with a criminal defense attorney not connected to this case about what we can expect.
It's been several months since Ruby Franke and her business partner, Jodi Hildebrandt, were arrested. Both were charged with 6 counts of aggravated child abuse. But in a statement tonight, Franke's attorney says she was a devoted mother who was, quote, subjected to a distorted sense of morality shaped by Miss Hildebrandt's influence. It also stated,
Wait a minute. Nancy said, look, she don't want to go to jail. That's what it is. Ruby is a devoted mother and is also a woman committed to constant improvement. Oh, we definitely saw that bullshit online. We sure did. Initially, Miss Frank believed that Jodi Hildebrandt had the insight to offer a path to continual improvement. The damn internet had been dragging this woman for so many years. Okay? They've been calling this out and saying, you guys are hurting your kids online. This is child abuse. It's child abuse, right? Huh. Yeah, Ruby was distorted before Jodi, says the pet wellness coach. Interesting. The distortion. It's been distorted. I don't know how they slipped through the cracks for so long. I would agree with you on that one.
Hildebrandt systematically isolated Ruby Franke from her extended family, older children, and her husband.
I think that the defense team put together a pretty effective narrative that kind of points the finger at Hildebrandt.
Attorney Nathan Evershed is not connected to this case, but he says it's clear they're trying to avoid a trial.
In this case, the mother probably doesn't want to see the children testify, and in this case, the children really don't probably want to testify.
They probably don't.
If he was Franke's attorney.
In a case like this, where it looks like there isn't a lot of criminal history that's at place, it looks like she's been in jail for a long period of time. What you would be hoping for, well, first, as a defense attorney, is just to avoid prison.
Is there a chance that Ruby Franke could get away with no jail time or very limited jail time?
So there's a couple things on this evening, this Friday night, that we don't know. We don't know exactly what charges she's going to be pleading to.
While we don't know what will happen.
And mind you, Jodi has a history of child abuse. Her niece came out here and spoke about it. This has been an ongoing thing. But the thing is, though, is that people were calling this out a long time. She was able to monetize this child abuse online. Okay? She was. I don't know why everybody's so surprised, right?
Happened Monday. We do know Franke faces 6 counts of aggravated child abuse. That's a second-degree felony that could mean 1 to 15 years in prison each.
Wow. And I just don't know, y'all. I don't know. And to me, um, I've said it before. I feel like the father's also here responsible, just as the mother, because he was also being called out at some point about his parenting and what happened. You already know Reddit is all over this. They are already talking about this as far as everything that's going on. I mean, they have been dragging and they have been exposing Ruby a lot. This is monetized child abuse that was happening for many years on YouTube, and many people spoke out about it. And let me tell you how bad it is. There are channels out here right now that tried to play old clips of when they were noticing the child abuse. They were trying to play, and you know what YouTube did? It was terminating and removing videos that had anything with Jodi. So I had to go back and like remove some videos because they were immediately wanting to keep this. I mean, YouTube had to make a statement. 8 Passenger was a channel with millions of subscribers. Jodi lost her channel as well. All these people lost channels. So I find it interesting because YouTube decided to take a stance. It takes a stance when it wants to take a stance. It didn't, we're still waiting on the deal with Mark Laita, right? I feel like channels get terminated for less, personally. And I don't want to target on my back, but that's just my opinion. It's my opinion. All right. Okay, moving on. I got to share with you guys my new obsession. All right. Lord have mercy. Have y'all seen the Scientology audit channel? So I watched that amazing interview with Aaron and I think his name was William Grood. Grood? I think it's Good or Good. I hope I'm not saying his last name wrong. But this guy, I love it. Like I know BJ talks about the auditor that she's done kind of collaboration with. I've never heard of an auditor that audits a church publicly, right? And so then it came to my attention through the SPTV fan website, IG page, that Scientology is having a winter wonderland thing, right? So I was like, well, what do you mean a winter wonderland? And so I guess it's a thing that they do annually, whatever, in honor of L. Ron Hubbard and the Xenu and the whatever, where they bring people from different communities and it's a way to kind of save face. Well, the channel Scientology audit really went in there and was like in their face. I'm obsessed with that channel, you guys. I love it. Let me play a little bit of what they did. Okay.
She's one of them. This is a fake thing. Like when they try to pretend that they're not Scientologists, it's like a whole separate religion, but it's still the same one. The deception you guys have to use to recruit. You can't just say, hey, nothing in there says Scientology. Can I have one? Can I have one? Sure. What does it mention anything about Scientology anywhere in here?
Wow.
Oh, it does say L. Ron Hubbard on the back. But on the front, it doesn't mention anything about it. I don't understand why. Like every other religion would be like, hey, do you want if Muslims or Jews or Christians, they would actually say that.
Like no. Angel's like no.
Angel, she just invited us to walk in there.
Yeah. She just gave permission.
You're a Scientologist, you got a Santa hat. You don't celebrate Christmas. You don't recognize Christmas. You got the Santa hat. See, it's the deception that they use. It's just pure deception. You use other religions' holidays to recruit into Scientology. I think it's rather shameful. No one else does that. I never see Jews doing that. I never see Muslims doing that. I never see Buddhists doing that.
Oh, Lord
I
have
never see
mercy.
Hindus doing that. But it's a Scientology thing. You use other religions' holidays to recruit, and it's shameless. I know you can sit there and do all that dancing around with your Santa hat on. You don't even believe it. You don't celebrate Christmas.
Oh
yeah,
my God.
what's today's Saint Day? You would know, huh? You would know. It's all a front. It's all a scam. I mean, these guys don't even celebrate Christmas, but they're using Christmas. You don't celebrate. You don't recognize Christmas, but you're using Christmas to recruit.
That's crazy.
This guy right here, he's a Scientologist too. This guy right here, Snake Eyes.
He said, this guy right here too, Snake Eyes. I'm here for the, he goes like, I'm here for the buddy. And from MA says, MA says Scientology made a huge enemy out of William. Yes. And I don't blame him in the least. They slandered his murdered son. See, and I was looking into this story and I said, "Oh my God, like that's just insane." But he also points out how Scientology is connected to the LAPD and all the stuff that they do. I mean, he goes around, he films the LAPD and Scientology. Like that's just wow.
He's a Scientologist.
Look at that.
Oh, she's one of them. This is a fake thing. Like, when they try to pretend that they're not Scientologists, it's like a whole separate religion, but it's still the same one. The deception you guys have to use to recruit.
Like oh my goodness. Hold up. This is the initial video. You guys make sure you check them out. Scientology Audit Streets LA is live. And this was it yesterday that he did. Yeah, about yesterday that he did the video. And this is the Winter Wonderland, where essentially my understanding is that David Miscavige is supposed to make appearances on this Winter Wonderland stuff, right? And so I'm just like, is he gonna get him on camera? Like, how is this gonna go down and whatnot? I'm so down for. Oh, he's live now. Okay, cool. I will check him out later. But I have to tell you, I love how he's. I mean, he's there to
What's going
call it
on,
out.
guys? You guys looking lonely.
Look at that. And so this is what they do to kind of gear to the community. I guess Scientology mask itself in various, I don't know, like nonprofits, things like that. And I think that that's something to really definitely call out. Yes, absolutely, deception. So I was going into it and I said, that's interesting. They said that they are a, here it is. Let me show you guys the Facebook 40th anniversary. L. Ron Hubbard Winter Wonderland, a Hollywood tradition since 1983, featuring a giant Christmas tree, wintry settings for the holidays. And it's, if you go on TikTok, I mean, you got a lot of people up there. It's a way for them to try to recruit. That is essentially what it's being said. But I mean, can you imagine? They're giving you free presents, free hot dogs, and food and gift and stuff like that. What a way to try to recruit. I mean, kind of scary, right? But also, why would we be surprised? This is the same church that had a whole kiosk in a police station for people to get to their service needs or whatever meant. They don't have a Catholic church kiosk. They don't have a different LDS kiosk. No, they have a Scientology kiosk. It's manipulation. It is. You watch the media guy in LA area late last night. He drove through that area. It's so scary, in my opinion. Wow. They probably don't allow cameras inside unless they are controlled by their people and everything is turned over before leaving the event. That's scary. Oh, Julie says Scientology uses Christianity to recruit. There's a big cross on the top of the blue building. I did notice that cross. And I said, why do they have a cross? Is that like for decoration? Bait and switch? Effective strategy? I think so. I mean, I would think if I was a kid and I wanted to see Santa and you're going to feed me and you're going to give me free presents, yeah, I would definitely be there. I mean, I'm just thinking, right? I'd go back to when I did the interview with Sterling and he talked about how after he signed the billion-year contract that he had McDonald's afterwards. I mean, McDonald's, when you're 8 or 9 or 10 to a billion-year contract, hell yeah, give me some McDonald's and I'll sign whatever the hell you want to. When you're a kid, you're a kid. You know what I'm saying? Like, you don't think of things like this. Mm. It's the same cult that feeds their parishioners rice and beans. Right. And they don't pay them well. So it's interesting how they do all this. And you just, I don't know. I guess enrollment is down. So they're taking drastic measures. Mm-mm-mm. Let me see what else you guys are saying. I've never seen the LDS do that, in my opinion. I grew up in the LDS church. Yes, lots of bad stuff being uncovered that I personally never seen them pull this kind of shadiness. But I mean, I'm just thinking, you're a kid that needs, like, who is their target audience, right? Look at that. Snow, if you've, and this is in California, in Hollywood. When was the last time it snowed there? I remember when I lived in certain parts of California, I had never seen snow before. I was born in California. I never seen snow before. And then when I got to see snow, It was just a fascination of mine that I always wanted to see snow, and then like having a setup like this would be, I don't know, like appealing to a child, appealing to a certain, people that you're just like you're in need. Maybe you need presents for your kids, you know? Okay. See, Petty says Scientology uses the cross as a shield, in my opinion. MLM Jesus, not a Jesus MLM. Stop. They don't. If they pay the does it pay it in members? Like it's amazing to me that people um in the Sea Org, or like when I hear stories like that, how if they're struggling but they're able to do events like this, or they're able to pay huge checks to the LAPD. How does that happen? See, Alice is like, listen, I'm Jewish, and I've had a lot of experience handling idiots. I mean, give me the free presents, right? Because why the hell not? Look at this. It's interesting. It's interesting. And then they put a quote from L. Ron Hubbard. On the day we can fully trust each other, there will be peace on earth. I was having a really interesting conversation with somebody today. I'm not going to say their name, but it's somebody that I definitely want to keep talking to. And they said one of the things that the Church of Scientology does, I mean, it's the crimes against children. This is why I brought the Church of Scientology, that it masks itself. They are, there's a lot of human trafficking. There's a lot of trafficking of children that happens, right? Through their auditing processes, through their Sea Org, through their contracts and whatnot. So it just kind of makes me wonder, like, are we just turning a blind eye to this shit? We can see, for example, Nova, right? From Soft White Underbelly. We can see that 13-year-old girl being exploited, re-victimized and victimized and victimized, being used, being perpetrated on to a certain degree, right? Because she's telling her story, and then you got these weirdos online, and you got the weirdos justifying that, right? And this right here is a form of trafficking because of what happens that the church keeps so secret, right? B Tim says, can I get a free e-reading for Christmas from the I think I would break the machine. I'm not gonna lie. I literally, as a non-Scientologist, I'm so curious about an e-meter. I was Google searching to see how much matter of fact, let me see, how much can I buy an e-meter for? E-meter. We might just, I know it's crazy, but yeah, I did search it. E-meter for Scientology. Look at how expensive these things are. Infamous, thank you for being a member for 7 months. It will cost you. I think I'd break it. I mean, it would be like, you just got to squeeze the cans like this. And what do they ask you? And then the shit moves like the Ouija board. I don't know. I'm just saying, like, what? I was curious to see how much an e-meter would cost. So we have some here, like $600, $149 used from eBay, $400. Hubbard electronic meter Scientology Mark Super Quantum Special Silver. And then they have like specials. You got the silver, you got the gold, $434 used. Look at that. But they're so I'm sorry, these things are expensive. Do they talk to, I don't know, like do you sweat and then the sweat goes in the can and then the shit moves? Those are old versions? Okay. It's not a Game Boy. It doesn't say Super Mario Brothers on it. Stop. Children of Scientology are just as exploited, most separated from their parents. Absolutely. But see, they don't see children, as being vulnerable beings. They see them as equal, right? And that's just something that I've picked up on. So it's so funny to me that they want to do a winter wonderland when in reality, and you see all these kids right there, in reality, they don't see these kids as equal, like, or they see these kids as equal to the adults. Isn't it funny, right? That like I was looking at this picture. I said, this picture is bullshit. And I'm so glad that you have somebody down there trying to call it out. Like, look at this. What if they knew that this is like, what is this to appease to? Because children are fair game, right? They're exploited, they're used, they're locked into hotel rooms. They have to audit adults. Ain't that just the creepiest thing? Oh wait, you have to start breathing hard and shake the cans, and that's how the e-meter moves? That's right. They say that they are equal so they can prey on them and abuse them, in my opinion, of course. You think it's a photo op? Look, there it is. I mean, look at them. They're like, and I'm like, did y'all know y'all? Lord have mercy. They're there. I mean, I just, and this is all on their Facebook thing, so of course it gives a little bit of a clean image. You know, on the day we can fully trust each other, there will be peace on earth. The quote. I cannot. Look at this. I mean, if it's free, sure as hell I would be down there. I would. Look at that. I just cannot with these people. L. Ron Hubbard's Winter Wonderland. Look at that. Who is this? Is this a celebrity? What are they cutting the ribbon to? Look at this. Is this the LAPD? Look at the LAPD right there. Look at the LAPD right there. See, this is why I understand why Scientology Audit Channel is doing what they're doing. Yeah, is Santa a Scientologist now? Lord, I'm done. Just, I didn't think that they believed in Christmas. I thought they would have had like Xenu dressed as Santa, right? I'm just saying. The new meters require annual updates from the org in order to work. Oh, really? Y'all see that? Look at that. Ribbon cutting for the 40th anniversary. Wow. Look at that. Well, I mean, I'm not gonna lie to you. If they were giving me free presents, I'd be there. I'd be there. You know, I'd just be there for the free Barbies and the free toys. Look at that. I mean, this is definitely a photo op, right? I just wish people knew what they were supporting. They are in bed together, that's for sure, right? LAPD loves that check. Mm-mm-mm. I heard about that, Amy. I heard about that. That you're turned away. Turned away want to be Jewish converts 3 times to make sure they are serious about the conversion. Absolutely. I've heard about that. Mm. They do view children as adults. Absolutely. Just small adults, which is ridiculous to people who aren't indoctrinated, right? Which makes them susceptible to abuse. Let's see. But Rabbit, someone will have to pay tonight. You think so, Nancy? What do you mean by that? Please elaborate. I won't eat. What they're serving could drug you like Danny Masterson. Oh, Lord have mercy. LAPD has been bought by Hollywood and Scientology for a long time. Absolutely. Absolutely. Wow. Look at you guys are going in. Remember, Scientology is a pay to play enterprise. Nothing is really free. That's right. But who's paying? The members, right? They're paying. It wouldn't surprise me. It wouldn't surprise me. They're handing kids Scientology books. Well, what does a Scientology book look like? Um, it's just weird. I'm sorry. I'm calling it how I see it. And I'm gonna be careful because I ain't trying to get struck by nobody here. But I don't know. Is it off? Is it just me? Is this the way that they're just trying to fix their image and trying to fix the way in which this church is seen and whatnot? This is weird. Hold up, let me see. Well, the e-meter's for sale. It is crazy. Um, and they're trying to fix. I just think it's recruitment. That's all. Here it is. Here, look at this. Somebody said this is an article from 2019. Okay, and people have been calling out and saying, is this a ploy? Is this like what is this exactly, right? But again, Winter Wonderland, a Church of Scientology, is this a ploy? 2019. It's just too much. Here's another one. Church of Scientology Winter Wonder. I mean, it's all over TikTok too. People are like attending. You know, they are. That just
Scientologists. I'm getting it. This is the most surreal experience I've ever had with Scientology. L. Ron Hubbard. Old Mother Hubbard. Hi. Old Mother Hubbard.
look at that.
Hi.
It's weird.
Merry Christmas.
Yes, this very topic has been covered truthfully, factually, and compassion on many other channels without exploiting and disrespecting children. Oof.
Christmas. Merry Christmas. What is going on right now? She's not hired for the. Oh, whoa! Hydraulics. The ladies of the bold and the beautiful in a lowrider. Wow.
It's interesting.
This is epic. And Ben Affleck. L. Ron Hubbard.
What? Is it off? 40 years of recruiting. Lord, they usually pass the way to happiness bookless. Really? And what does that look like? Like, this is new to me, clearly. Clearly. It is very particular. It is. The members have to pay for every auditing session, books, and if there's little Davy decides to change something, you have to pay for it again. There's got to be an intersectionality between the Freemasons and Scientology. I think I read that. I can't think of any religion where you have to pay as you go. Absolutely. It is weird. Okay, says no handing of books to kids. Books have to be purchased, and Scientology sees kids as being millions of years old. Wow, trapped in a child's. And I heard about that when I was watching the show. They're trapped, so they're not like you could see them as equal to adults. They're just trapped in child bodies. So the weird part for me, yes, they pay for services. So the weird part for me is like, how do you? So then, if they get adults, like you grow up, you're a child, you become an adult. So then what do you become then? Like, are you gazillion years older than now? Like, it's just weird. Okay, not books, pamphlets. It was Tom Cruise's first wife that got him hooked on Scientology. I didn't know until way later he was involved. Really, mystery? See, that's new to me. That is new to me. That's new to me for sure.
Hubbard's Winter Wonder. They have Santa,
Wow.
guys. This is interesting. This is a bizarre world.
That's crazy.
This is crazy. I've never seen anything like this. Scientology Santa.
Perfect. So Jeff says many SPTV creators are outside of the Church of Scientology tonight to protest little Davy of the fake Space Navy. Who will be there tonight? Oh, I cannot wait. I might have to I wish I was there. I would totally be there and see how I could assist. They're never children. Thank you. Organized religion is always asking for money. They believe babies choose their new bodies after their old bodies die. Wow. Tom's first wife has been SP for years. She left shortly after the divorce. Thank you, Renee. She's right. Mimi Rogers was the first wife. Okay, thank you. That was Mimi Rogers who got Tiny Tom involved. Yo, you guys are going in on Tom Cruise. Oh my gosh, that's crazy. Yes, I heard that's you don't see Katie, you don't see what's her name, Katie Holmes talking about it. Like I've never seen her, unless I could be wrong, but y'all let me know in the chat. When have you ever seen Katie Holmes do an interview about her separation with Tom Cruise? When? I've never seen one. I mean, matter of fact, I don't even think I've ever seen who else? Any other of his wives do any kind of conversation or tell all or anything. Not once, never, right? Who else? Hey, Steven. She's never spoken about it. Who was why am I thinking of Eyes Wide Shut? Katie Holmes, Nicole Kidman. Thank you. Never have I ever seen them do anything as far as speaking out against Tom Cruise. Like why? NDAs, yeah. How many of you guys know? See, I'm being Mexican. there's one artist, he's an international artist, right? Luis Miguel. Luis Miguel is somebody who's a prolific dater. You know, he's a serial dater, right? He's been with all kind of women, right? You know, huge in Mexico, huge in Argentina, huge in Spain, huge in Europe, right? Huge in the US in certain songs, right? But he's mainly Spanish, right? He makes his women sign NDAs, and he's dated a lot of women and they never speak out against him. And I'm so surprised because I'm thinking that somebody's gonna speak out. Aaron's has started covering. I know. I just say that I'm so excited for that channel because I love what he's doing. I think it's great, you know? She won't speak out either. She'd like a word about retaliation. I would be worried too. I would be worried too. You know, like it's just weird, right? I seen a video of her and her mother getting their nails done for Nova's BD. Oh, you're talking about the earlier conversation. I saw that too, Michelle. It was disgusting. Yes. Has a lot of other channels are broadcasting the live from the shrine. Okay, cool. All right. Well, I'm not going to keep you guys so you guys can go watch it. I mean, it sounds like there's Lara FM, Scientology Audit, which is I am hooked on that channel now. Go check them out. Shout out to you guys. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Panko, thank you so much for the super sticker. Thank you. Infamous, thank you. Timby, thank you. SW, thank you. Wim and SW, thank you again. And Chico, thank you again. I won't keep you guys. You guys go and watch those channels and support. And I think the best thing you can do to bring awareness to any of the topics that we've talked about today, share the video. That's what you can do. That's what you can do. You know what I'm saying? Share the video. Steven, I'm telling you, I was like, OMG, this guy is the real deal. This is the real deal. Like, I love that. Como calienta el sol. That's right, Ronnie. Como calienta el sol. Thank you. All right, you guys have a great night. I will see you guys on the next one. I might be live tomorrow. We shall see. Bye, guys.